Hi, I'm Marna, and welcome to the Twin Flame Detox. So let's talk about energy. We all know that when you're with your twin flame, you feel an incredible rush of energy between you. And it's really easy to explain that as a pheromonal reaction to a person who is a very good match for you. But there are other aspects of the twin flame relationship that are a little bit harder to explain. Twin flame telepathy, for instance, or knowing what they're doing from 100 miles away. At one point with my twin flame, I was literally over 3,000 miles away, and I could tell that my twin had gone on a trip from Georgia to New York and back by the shift in relative position between us, even though we were in complete separation. These energy flows do exist. This is not something we're making up. This is not us fooling ourselves that we are feeling things that aren't there. And I know that's a question that everyone asks at some point in time. Is this real? Yes, it is. So the explanation of why we're experiencing all this comes down to quantum physics. You can skip this video if you have no interest in the science behind it. I won't be offended. Personally, I find it fascinating. When Einstein started working with quantum physics, one of the postulations was called quantum entanglement theory. Now, what this theory says is that if you have two energetic particles and they are linked to each other, they've connected in some way, then they develop a quantum level of entanglement. You can then separate those particles, take them miles away from each other, and a stimulus applied to one will still affect the other. Now, these experiments have been done both on a planetary scale and in space. In August of 2019, NASA announced that using quantum entanglement theory, they were able to transmit an information packet from a lab on Earth to a lab in the International Space Station instantly. This is the basis of the field of quantum teleportation that NASA is currently investigating. This is also where twin flame telepathy comes from. Information packets being transmitted from the energetic particles in one twin to the energetic particles in the other. Most of us on the twin flame journey do this without even realizing that it's possible, much less how to control it. And we will get into controlling that level of energy work so that you can send those information packets deliberately. Or, more importantly, so you can keep them from being sent to you if it's not a good time, or if you need to completely energetically decouple when you go through the detox process. So yes, there is a scientific basis for what we're experiencing. It really does exist. Science has proven this. When you start looking at various articles that are coming out in the fields of quantum telepathy, quantum teleportation, you start seeing a lot of things that sound an awful lot like the anecdotal evidence that's been gathering in the twin flame community since the 70s. And also a lot like the evidence that has been gathering in the psychic communities since the Victorian era. I am including some links in the box below, so if you have an interest in learning more about this, you will have places to look. Again, thank you for joining me with the Twin Flame Detox.